G'day everyone, I hope you are doing well. In April I had a lovely 7-day holiday in Cairns, which has become my favourite holiday destination in Australia. If you have not been to Cairns before, then I highly recommend you book a trip to this lovely city in far north Queensland. For my flight back to Sydney, I had booked an economy seat on Qantas, which cost me $260. Qantas usually use their Boeing 737s for this route, but when I went in to reserve my seat, I noticed the plane scheduled for my flight was an Airbus A330-300. So I went in and requested a frequent flyer upgrade to business class, which cost a total of 27,200 points. The trip from Cairns city centre to the airport will take around 15 minutes. Cairns Airport has a large departure hall which has plenty of shops and restaurants to choose from. But with my business class ticket I had access to the Qantas lounge, so I headed straight past the food court, up the escalators to relax in the lounge. This was right at the end of school holidays, so the Qantas lounge was really busy. I still managed to grab a seat next to the window, which is perfect for some plane spotting. After a week of perfect weather in Cairns, while I was at the airport, the skies opened up and down came the rain. These Qantas Airbus A330s are generally used for long-haul international flights, and most have been grounded over the last 18 months. They do use a few for domestic flights when that route is busy, and I would also say Qantas are getting some use out of these planes, as the pilots need to fly a certain amount of hours to keep their license current. This is all good for me, as I'm always happy to fly on an Airbus A330.
Yeah, you'll work it out. Yeah, hello. How are you doing? Welcome aboard, sir. Just straight across to the right today. Thank you. Sorry, hello. Protect the little one.
These are my favourite business class seats that I've flown in. This was one of the reasons I was pretty keen to upgrade to business class on this flight. The seats are comfortable and the pods have plenty of space to stretch out. Everything is easy to reach, including the universal power adapters, USB ports, and the buttons to control the fully lay flat bed. No sleep for me on this flight as it takes off late afternoon. I was really looking forward to reclining back and watching a movie on this 2.5-hour flight, but sadly, during the pandemic, Qantas has cancelled their entertainment subscription, which meant no TV shows or movies to watch. And with the weather not so good, this also prevented the normal excellent views of the Great Barrier Reef, so this meant just sitting back and waiting for the meal service. It was about 20 minutes after takeoff before they started the meal service, and this meal was fairly ordinary. This was a beef pasta dish which tasted okay, but I've had many much better meals in Qantas business class. This was a bit disappointing. I had a glass of red wine with the meal, which was very tasty, but the dessert was just this small Lindt chocolate. Overall, I am so glad I did not pay for this business class flight. I was excited to be flying business class on the A330 and was really looking forward to laying back and watching a movie. With no entertainment, no Internet Wi-Fi and some fairly ordinary food, this was a very average experience from Qantas. Now don't get me wrong, I'm always happy to be flying on Qantas, and I know they have been doing it tough over the last 18 months. I just have always had a much better experience flying on Qantas. I guess I should count myself lucky that I've been flying at all. I'm posting this video while I'm in another Sydney lockdown, just dreaming of when I can get to travel again. So I hope you're all safe and well, and we all get to travel again soon. Take care, and thanks for watching.